Alright guys, this is my Grecas, Myrtillocactus monstrosa cultivar Grecas. It was discovered in Mexico. Irving, it was Montezuma Cano, but I'll find the right name for you guys. But different from Glorp because the rib in the in between each rib actually has no spines. So there's this lateral line that goes all the way down, never produces spines. Does the same thing here all the way through. So it's pretty consistent. It's about 3.5 feet on graft. Graft stock starting to suffer right there, and we're going to cut off these offsets. So if this plant was on its own roots, I'd say, you know, leave it alone, let it do its thing. But the problem here is this is causing the rootstock to suffer because it's just too much energy that it's asking for each of those growth points. So we're going to cut it down, just the offsets for now. At one point I'm going to root this one again, or get one rooted, and we'll see how this goes. All right, so let's get cutting. So you can see on these offsets, they're already they're offsetting again. So I need to pull them so that it doesn't just make this this thing fall over again from dehydration in summer. So cut these off. I'll try to be careful. Sorry about the shadows. So some of you asked, should I root my Glorp Grecas graft? Like I've said multiple times, just because I do get that question a lot. When it comes to Glorp Grecas, they don't root well. So does that mean they don't root? Not exactly, and you'll see it. I think you may have seen the video of them before, but they will root and they will grow, but they will not thrive. And the difference on that is thriving means you will not see a Grecas on its own roots that will look as bulbous and thick as this guy here, right? 3.5 feet. It'll take a really long time for you to get something this tall. And then the next thing is you're going to have a real skinny piece. It'll be really dehydrated. It won't look the way you want it to look on its own roots. So we have yet to really accomplish a very pretty looking rooted one yet. I have one in the greenhouse of Grecas. I have a Glorp that's rooted too, but you know, they look dehydrated. I've killed a couple of each of them, and you'll see proof of that soon enough. But right now we're just gonna cut these offsets and cause the growth to go back to the center and apical meristem. All right, so apical meristem is right here in the center. This is where the plant wants to grow. But when you produce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 offsets, you're spreading the energy, and that tip is going to suffer. It'll probably get skinny, and you know, the rootstock, which is really feeding this plant at this point. Oops, forgot to grab that one. It's dehydrated to the point where it could sacrifice itself and die because it doesn't know what to do. Because I don't think, you know, as a sun goddess or Trichoceros hybrid, it's not used to feeding something like this, where it's, you know, branching off and making this candelabra happen. So cut all those off. And all these little guys, I don't even wait for them. It's just too much to go. And when I do let them get big enough, you can see it's not really appealing to me to see these show up here, you know. So I try not to wait till they're the size for grafting. even though, oh, Jeff, see, look, there's me touching it. That sucks. Okay, let's be careful again. Fingertips, just rubbing off the glaucus coat. So we're almost there. 2 more. So we will have the growth. The growth point will be back at this one here, and we will have it sending hopefully another foot up, and the plant will be happy again. So after doing this, you're gonna see here. I'll graft all these up, but you'll see here that graft stalk is going to plump back up. You know, I've been feeding it too. It's getting all the feeding and water it gets like everything else here, but all these growth points are just making this plant fight. It's fighting to grow, and it's fighting to die too. So that's what you get with monstrous genetics. You know, they're kind of struggling. Let's pick up this pup. Sorry. Mutations and things like that, variegated and monstrous, they really want to either revert back to normal or die. And we're trying to prevent this plant from dying, right? So that's why we had to cut all the offsets off. And there we go. Myrtillocactus Grecas. Let's get some growth back up here and we'll be happy, all right? Okay, see you later.